Morning Meals, how are you?
Delicious.
Okay.
Look at this stuff here.
First of all, let's talk us through what to avoid, and please say it's not all the good stuff.
Because when it comes to longevity and our diet, it's just as much about what we don't put in our mouth as it is what we do put in our mouth.
Well said.
So I know this is probably the most appealing looking section.
It's delicious.
But this is all highly ultra processed foods, okay? So these are foods that our body doesn't recognise what these are. They're highly processed and they're pro-inflammatory. Disease stems from a state of inflammation.
Right.
So if we're feeding our body a lot of these refined, so things that have a lot of refined grains in them and things that have a lot of omega-6 oils, so a lot of those hydrogenated oils in them, that is what is going to drive up our disease and our inflammation levels. So yes, sometimes foods, but these should not form the majority of our diet.
I want to eat superfoods though, because
Okay.
everything's super nowadays.
Well, let me talk to you about a couple of my key favourites. We all know fruits and veggies, but I really want to hone in on cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous. So these...
Cruciferous.
All these guys here are cruciferous, but you've got your Brussels sprouts,
Oh, I
your
love
cabbage
Brussels sprouts.
as well. Okay, the combination of the phytonutrients in here are really great for longevity. They anti-cancer, they lower cholesterol, they are packed with fibre. Just a little word of warning. If you have thyroid issues, if you are menopausal, or if you have a bit of IBS, always cook your cruciferous veggies.
Right.
Don't have them raw, like raw kale
No,
in a
no.
salad.
It tastes
You
better
would
to have it a
saute.
little bit cooked anyway.
Yeah,
Them a
so
little bit.
cook them a
What
little
about
bit.
if you're putting kale in a smoothie or
Yes,
something?
no.
So-
If you don't have any of those things I just mentioned, so thyroid,
Right.
menopause, or IBS, you're fine to have it
Okay.
raw. But if you have those things, cook it first. It's something called goitrogens that you are cooking it reduces those.
I love my pickles.
Good.
So what have we got here?
You love a bit of
Sauerkraut.
fermented?
I love fermented stuff.
Yeah, let's get fermented together.
All right.
fermented.
Okay.
Let's get fermental, everybody.
The great thing, you can make these all yourself, but obviously we're all time poor. So pickled veggies, kimchi, but I wanted to also draw your attention to something that we don't hear enough about. This is called pouring kefir, and it's a fermented dairy product. It's got 12 times more probiotics in it than yogurt does.
Wow.
So a shot glass of this in a smoothie mixed with your oats in the morning. If you're really trying to dial up your probiotics, fermented and kefir is a
Obviously,
great
whole
one.
grains and fish and stuff is good, but what about fruits and stuff like that?
Something
Isn't
for a
it
sweet
Yeah,
tooth.
sweeties.
Okay, so basically we all love a bit of sweet. What you are looking at here is low GI fruit. Okay, so if you've got any metabolic, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, anything like that, low GI, and these are all in season at the moment, so really, really good. And can you see what I've got over there?
What's
Just
that?
to
What
make
are
you
they?
happy? Some dark chocolate and
Oh, yes.
chocolate-covered nuts.
I love a chocolate.
Chocolate-covered nuts
Yep.
are my favourite. So you can have a bit of dark chocolate
Yum.
with yogurt, berries, fruit, but go for that low GI fruit
Okay.
to keep you going. And then this is a great example of putting it all together in a meal. Now, one thing I'd love you to leave today with, a big tip I have if you're trying to increase your lifespan, is to have a savoury breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
So here's a perfect example of a delicious savoury breakfast. Hummus on the bottom,
Yum.
sautéed veggies, an egg
Chuck
on
an egg
a
on there.
seedy bread.
Yeah.
Okay, bread that
Lovely.
you can actually see the seeds in.
Okay.
that.
Love
Mills,
it.
you did it again.
You've
We're going to
done it
live forever
again, Mills.
knowing you.
Yes, we are.
Thank you, Meals. See you soon. And when we return, we'll have the latest 9 News headlines. We'll see you in a tick.